Children, welcome back to English class. So now we are back again with part 2 of conjunction. And I'm very sure children that you are ready with a book and a pen so that you don't miss out on some important points. So yes children, now we will do a quick recap of what we have learned in our previous video. So what are conjunctions children? Conjunctions are the linkers that links the words, phrases and clauses. Right? Now there are various types of conjunction. So we already did coordinating conjunction. How to identify the coordinating conjunction by memorizing fanboys. Yes, that's a wonderful trick. Now, how do we need to identify the subordinating conjunction? Yes, to identify the subordinating conjunction, we are supposed to go through the dependent clauses. Now, the word that joins the dependent clauses to the independent clauses, then it's very easy to recognize or identify the subordinating clause. And I'm very sure with the practice or the activity that we have done, now it's very clear and you are very much aware of what are the various types of coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction. So now children, today we are going to learn the third type, that is a correlative conjunction. Okay, so we will quickly start with this new topic. So yes children, quickly we will start with correlative conjunctions. Now what is the spelling of correlative children? It's C-O-R-R-E-L-A-T-I-V-E. Yes. Now make sure children that you are going to sit with your textbook, which is New Voice. The reason is, in this particular textbook, we are going to do the activity based on correlative conjunction. So now let us quickly go to page number 107 of your New Voice textbook. Yes children. Now we will start with our first sentence. Rajam was both smart and well spoken. Next, the friends were neither angry nor upset. Now, if you look at these conjunctions, the red one, the highlighted one, these conjunctions work in pairs and either add a fact or a statement to another, right? So both and. Let us go through the sentence once again. Rajam was both. He was smart and well spoken. So he had both these qualities, right? Next one. Now express a choice between two alternatives. Now when we want to express a choice between two options, so the friends were neither angry nor upset. Okay, so two alternatives are given here. So when we actually come across these kind of words, basically these words are called as correlative conjunctions. So children, it's very easy to identify correlative conjunctions. Now make sure that you're going to note down these particular words. Correlative conjunctions are basically in the form both and. Okay, so both and, not only but also, either or, neither nor, whether or. Okay children, let us do it once again. Both and, not only but also, either or, neither nor, whether or. So based on these words or the pairs, we will do a quick activity. Now let's quickly do one activity. Choose the correct correlative conjunctions from the brackets to complete these sentences. Now the first sentences children, make sure that you are going to write the answer in your notebook, and we will quickly go through the answer keys and see whether your answers are right or wrong. Okay, now have you decided dash to go to the museum dash not? Now what will be the correct answer? Is it both and or whether or? Alright, let's see. Now the next one. Dash flowers dash trees grow during warm weather. Options are given, both and, whether or. Next, I plan to visit Nainital dash in June dash in July, whether or either or. Alright, so I'm very sure that You must have mentioned the answer in your notebook. Let us quickly check the answers. Alright, children, so here we go. The first sentence, have you decided whether to go to the museum or not? Okay, next. Both flowers and trees grow during warm weather. Next, I plan to visit Nainital either in June or in July. Yes, so if you have done this correctly, definitely you're going to score full marks in this, right? Alright, there are a few more. Let us quickly go through it, children. Dash my brother, dash my sister can ride a bicycle. Alright, the option is whether or neither nor. Just think. Okay, next. Dash you apologize to your friend, dash miss the trip. Either or, both and. Next one. The vacation dash refreshed her body dash her mind. Either or, not only but also. Alright, so quickly we will go and check the answer key. Yes, the first one is neither my brother nor my sister can ride a bicycle. Alright. Next, either you apologize to your friend or miss the trip. Next, the vacation not only refreshed her body but also her mind. Alright, so this is what the correct answer is. Now, dash I am happy dash sad. I keep myself busy. Not only but also, or whether or. Next, Bem Bem Devi was dash a great footballer dash a great captain. Whether or, not only but also. Now, let us check the correct answer, children. Alright, the answer is whether I'm happy or sad, I keep myself busy. Next, Bem Bem Devi was not only a great footballer but also a great captain. So yes, children, these were the correct answers for the correlative conjunction. So now, yes, children, it's very easy to identify the correlative conjunction. The reason is it always comes in pairs. And what are the pairs? We have already discussed. All right. So let us go ahead. Alright, so now children, you can go to page number 108 from New Voice textbook, and the new topic that we are going to do today is models. Now, children, page number 108, there are two sentences which we can go through it right now. Swami might not be able to write the letter. I repeat, Swami might not be able to write the letter. Next, Rajam must not lend them the bat. Now, there is a category of auxiliary verbs that helps in expressing the ideas. So when you want to express the ideas such as the ability, possibility, obligations, desire, a permission, so such verbs are basically called as models. Now, in simple terms, children, models express the moods of the speaker. I repeat, it expresses the mood of the speaker. Now I'm going to show you one chart or one table which can explain you the functions of the models. Make sure that you're going to note down all these functions and it will be very easy for you to identify them, right? So we will start in the next slide. Now children, whenever we want to take a permission, we can use the words like can, could, may, might. Now, when it's an obligation, yes, we can use the words like must, should, ought to. Ability, it could be can or could. When you want to willingness, you can use the words like will or would. When you want to request, will and would again. Possibility, so may or might. Suggestion, it could be shall. And probability, you can use the words like must, will. Alright, so we will do a few more sentences to get more clarification. Now children, to make these functions more easy for you, let us quickly go through one example. Now the first one is permission. Okay, so now you are going to ask one permission to someone. Something like, can they sleep here? Yes, so that is going to be your permission. Okay, next one, obligation. Now children, in obligation there might be two types. One is obligation or necessity with a firm obligation. Firm obligation means something like you have to use the word must. So the sentence could be something like, you must see a doctor at once. Okay, so that's a firm obligation. You must see a doctor at once. Now the second condition could be like, you are expressing a recommendation. That means you are doing a recommendation. So something like, you should stop smoking. All right, you should stop smoking. So that's your recommendation, that you should stop smoking. So obligation can be done in two ways. All right, now the next one is ability. Now a person can have the ability of something, right? So you can say something like, I can play the guitar. Okay, or if something, a general ability which is done in the past, so you can use the example like, I could swim before I could walk. Okay, so that in the past you had the ability, right? So you can use these kind of sentences. The next one is willingness. So yes, you are willing to do something, so he will always help you if you need something. Yes, so that's a willingness. All right, next is request. So you can say something about a polite request like, would it be possible for you to meet me tomorrow? Okay, it's a polite request. Would it be possible for you to meet me tomorrow? So yes, so we are using a politeness in our request. Now children, the next something could be like suggestion. Suggestion, it could be like, you are suggesting something. So I shall make the travel arrangements. There's no need to worry. So that means you are giving a suggestion, right? That means you are telling them you can actually make the arrangements, so no need to worry about. So you are saying, I shall make the travel arrangements, right? Now the next is possibility. Now in possibility, that means there is a possibility that the things might happen. So you can use the sentence something like, they might attend the award ceremony tomorrow night. They might attend, right? So there is a possibility. Then what is the probability, children? Probability means probably it's going to happen. It's a guess, okay? So she must be on the bus, okay? So it's a good guess. So yes, these were the few example, children, to give you more clarity about how the modal verbs are being used. Now children, one important rule. Modals do not have s, es, ing or ed forms. I repeat children, modals do not have s, es, ing or ed forms. Alright. Next, modals do not form infinitives. That means we cannot add to before them. I repeat, we cannot add to before them. Next, in use, different models are used for similar ideas. Okay, for similar ideas, we can use different models to express, right? So how can we do that, children? Let us see. We have given you examples over here. Can I use your pen? Can I use your pen? It's a simple permission, right? Now, if I want to use the same thing but in a very polite and formal way, how can I use it? May I use your pen? I repeat, may I use your pen? So that's a very polite and a formal form. If I want to use the same thing but in a very formal way, very professional way, I have to use it like, could I please use your pen? Could I please use your pen? So yes, children, these are various, similar ideas but various ways to express. All right. So yes, we will quickly do some activity and we will go ahead with the next slide. All right, children. So now quickly we will do one wonderful activity based on modals verb. Now children, you have to go to page number 109 from your new voice textbook. The activity says complete these sentences using appropriate modal verbs. Now they have also given you clues in the bracket. Let us check out the first sentence. Make sure children that you write the answer in your notebook. Dash squirrels fly in the bracket ability. Alright, next. Intense light dash hurt your eyes in the bracket possibility. Next. Dash I have more lettuce in my sandwich please. Polite request. Next one. I use your oven for the party. Permission. Next. I dash make the travel arrangements. There's no need to worry. In the bracket promise. Alright. Now children, we will check what is the correct answer. Yes children, now the correct answer for the first sentence is can squirrels fly? Yes, that was the ability, right? Second one. Intense light may hurt your eyes. That's the possibility. Next one. We need to use the polite request over here, so we can use could. So could I have more lettuce in my sandwich please? Right. Next one. Permission. May I use your oven for the party? Next. Promise. I will make the travel arrangements. There's no need to worry. Right? Yes, so these are the correct answers. Yes, children. So now we will go through few more sentences. Alright, the next sentence is there is a small chance that we dash go to the hills this weekend. Weak possibility. Okay, next one. You look tired. You dash have some sleep. Advice. Next. I connect the phone for you. Offer. Next. We dash respect and take care of our parents. Duty, or you can say obligation. Next. I dash easily run fast back then. Past ability. Now let us check what are the correct answers. Alright children, so the first sentence, there is a small chance that we dash go to the hills this weekend. So now the clue is weak possibility. So we can use the word might. Yes, so there is a chance that we might go to the hills this weekend. Next one, we have to give an advice, right? So you look tired. You should have some sleep. Okay. The next sentence says offer. So may I connect the phone for you? May I connect the phone for you? That's an offer. Next, duty or obligation. So we ought to respect and take care of our parents, right? Next, past ability. I used to easily run fast back then. That's a past ability, used to. All right, so these are the correct answers. So you can match your answers with the correct answers. So yes children, we are done with part 2 of this session. I'm very sure that you are clear now with conjunction and its various types and modal verbs as well. Children, we have also done a lot of activity from your textbook also. So make sure that you're going to practice all these exercises and activity. And yes, without fail, please make sure that you go through the worksheet which is given below the link. Solve the worksheet and send it across online. So till we meet you next time children, take care of yourself very nicely. Okay, bye-bye.